Now we are live. So it turns out, ladies and gentlemen, earth shaking news, I was wrong about something. So now I can only claim to be 99% right about everything. So I was doing the math on how many pages the novella for A Damn Dirty Thing was going to be, and I was wrong. I was thinking somewhere around 60, maybe 65 pages, and I was it's like, man, I've been writing this thing forever. It can't possibly be this short. So then when I formatted it, turns out we're looking at around 100 to 110 pages. Yay, much more. So there's that. I stand corrected. I should say, though, in fairness to myself, I was not wrong. I was misinformed. I went to a wrong site and asked the question at X amount of words, standard font size, this size book, how many pages is that? And they gave me that number of 60 to 65 pages. No, it just doesn't seem right to me. I should have trusted that instinct because that number was wrong. When I went to the actual formatting for the publisher page, I was right. It was more. So, yeah. Well, what are you talking about, Doc? Well, talking about yeah, man. Excuse me. So, when I do these impromptu streams, typically I don't spam it out that I'm live. I like to organically let folks drift in and go from there. So that's what we're doing right now. Just kind of chilling, waiting for just a minute or two before I start inviting people. Oh, me. Pardon me. All right. Hey, what's up, Al dear? I really enjoyed your update this morning. First thing I saw on Twitter. I like your work. You definitely have your own style that shows a lot of skill and competence and talent. A rare thing these days. Cheers to you. No agenda today, folks. We're just kind of easing into a slow, a slow Saturday late morning stream here. Now, as advertised, I will be solving all of the world's problems. It's not hard to do. The solutions are easy. Hit me up. Tell me which problem you would like me to address, and I'm happy to do that. We'll start with something small. So I had a friend of mine that said, "Hey, this is John's Longbox. Wanted to do the old trope of who can beat up who in comics." And he posted a poll, which ones would you like to see me do? And I'm going to start with the easy, low hanging fruit that always pisses off the DC fanboys. That's the Captain America versus Batman. I did see it, yes, and I like it very much. I wish I was good at doing that kind of stuff out there, but I'm not. Um, Captain America versus Batman is not a fight. Okay, Captain America, super soldier, world's greatest fighter, versus Bruce Wayne, world's greatest detective. It's not even close. Okay, everyone always goes to the trope. Well, if Batman has enough time to prepare, he can blah blah blah. Listen, we're not talking about time to prepare. We're talking about drop two guys in an alley, fight. All right, Batman can be as badass as he wants to be, but Captain America is just as badass, plus the super soldier serum, which not only gave him peak physical abilities, strength, reflexes, it also enhanced his ability to think faster than the average human being. Little known fact, but true. So yeah, he would mop the floor with Batman. He'd feel bad about it later when he found out Batman was a good guy, but he's Steve Rogers. He's a good guy. He won't kill him. He just beat the shit out of him. So there, see how easy that is? We're solving the world's problems. One of the main problems that needs solving is the coffee shortage in my cup. I'm going to solve that one here shortly also. So I saw I saw, like most of you did, or many of you did, the alarming heat wave that hit the UK, where the heat was not even high enough to register on the heat index that we use here in the States. It's like 78 degrees. We set our thermostats to 78 degrees. Get out of here with that. These global alarmists. Have you seen the photos, boys and girls, about the rising sea levels that show the sea levels 100 years ago at high tide versus today at high tide? And there is zero change. But remember, the alarmists will always have to, yeah, the alarmists will always have to tell you not to believe your eyes, believe them. What they're telling you is true. What you're seeing is false. In other words, straight out of George Orwell, don't believe your lying eyes. Cheers, how dear. This is we're on our second pot this morning. Now, in fairness to myself, the wife puts half a pot in one cup and scooches away with it. And I'm like, so, that's where two of her cups is a pot, and she's had two. So, in fairness, I'm only working on my own first pot. Math is math, right? Let's see what people are saying over here in my messages. All right. Oh, all right. Hey, Gray Wolf, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Gray Wolf, one of the only people in the community that's older than I am. Oh, let me not bust a cap lock on everybody. Sorry about that. Drop that link, brother. Happy to share it. So, gonna be working on I guess, a campaign trailer for Christian Zaffo. We talked a couple days ago, so he's getting me the materials, the components together to edit into a video for him. Looking forward to doing that. Christian's a good guy. Too many tabs open. Too many tabs. All right. Wait, what? Ugh. Long friends over on the antiquated Facebook are posting all these anti-summer memes, and one of them made the old trope. Hey, Shadowhawk, good to see you, my friend. Made the old trope of, oh, well, if it's cold, I can just keep putting layers on, but there's only so many layers you can take off to get cooled off when it's hot. Yeah, okay. Here's the flaw with that. When it's that freaking cold and you have to put on that many layers just to walk out the door, mind you, but you're complaining about heat, let me break this down for you. You can instantly jump in a body of water and cool off when it's hot. You cannot instantly jump into a fire to warm up, period. Winter sucks, summer rules. I'll take 100 degrees with 100% humidity any day of the week over that freezing, frozen snot bubble, shiver till your spine hurts, freaking cold weather. Nah, F that. You can keep it. I don't want it. Winter is big, gray, cold, yuck bucket of ugh, versus lush and green and nature in all its beauty. Yeah, I'll take summer. By the way, here's another one for you global climate change alarmists. Follow me on this. If over the course of 100 years the oceans rise by 3 or 4 inches, move, move. It's not like you didn't see it coming if you're right. Just move. It's not complicated. Sometimes I wish it would be as real as the alarmists show it. because then I would have some beachfront property like right now. I'm sorry you got drowned out, but I'm good. Oh my goodness gracious. Where did that one go? So the funniest meme I found of the week was this one. Take only photos, leave only footprints, kill only Tim. The fuck did Tim do? Poor Tim. Stay out of the county of Union, New Jersey. Just saying. Oh my God. Yeah, high today is 78. 78's a nice cool day. I don't know what people are losing their minds about. What part of the world are you in, How dear? I mean, don't dox yourself, but just generally speaking. I'm always interested in those conversations too. Like we've got, thanks to the wonderful interwebs here, got friends over in Japan, Finland, Netherlands, the UK, Australia, and it's fun to talk to people from other parts of the world and tell them how wrong they are about what a biscuit is versus a cookie. Talking to you, UK. Okay. I had a friend that I worked with in comics back in the day that was in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Colin Fidgel. He was a character. Yeah, right. But remember, if it's unseasonably cool, it's climate change. If it's unseasonably warm, it's climate change. If it's perfectly normal, it's climate change. Just remember, you got to keep those things in mind when you're dealing with the alarmists. Hey, I'm going to go refill my coffee, boys and girls. I'll be right back. Yeah, baby. All right. Thank you, Mr. Barksdale, for the music. Let's turn that down. So, I want to point out that a lot of the social woes that we're facing, by the way, This is a update on a damn dirty thing, plus solving all the world's problems. And I'm going to tell you right now that one of the things that will go a long way towards solving every social woe that we have is to bring back getting that ass toe up when you a child and you FO and you FAFO. All right. They FA, we got to FO. Um, they'll quote to you, well, studies show that corporal punishment and blah, blah, blah results in blah, 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 blah. Listen, a couple of things about that. One, these are the same people that did studies that claim that, if you've got a penis, you're a woman. All right. Not really trusting their findings. Just kind of shoots themselves right in the proverbial dick there. The other thing is the hot stove does indeed teach best. You can warn a hard-headed kid not to touch the stove, right? But they're hard-headed. I think they know everything. They have to FAFO, touch it. Ah! They won't do it again. Don't put a pin in that wall socket. Don't put a pin in that. You just learned something. I see entirely too many young adults. I'm talking about kids old enough to go to college, drive cars, God help us, they vote, that have never experienced FAFO. FAFO, fuck around, find out. They've never run up against a consequence for their absurdity, for their bad behavior. And you're seeing that being played out in front of your very eyes out in places like California and Oregon, where they don't prosecute shoplifters, and you just see these gangs of low IQ, mouth breathing F-tards running through a place, stealing everything they can get their hands on and running out the door. There's no fear of consequence, and that's the behavior you get. Consequences are a good thing. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Welcome, my friend Chris. What's up? What's up, buddy?
Not much, you?
Oh man, just hanging out. A nice, slow, easy stream for a Saturday. An update though.
What's that?
On a damn dirty thing for those just tuning in, and for Chris. The whole time I've been saying, God, man, I've been writing this thing for a while, man, and I can't seem to crack 60 to 65 pages. Yeah, I was wrong. I went to go format it for publishing, and it's over 100 pages. I'm like, oh, well, see, that's what I was shooting for in my head. I knew where I was in relation to another book I did years ago. And I'm like, I don't understand why this book's shorter. I don't get it. Well, I had asked Google instead of asking an actual publisher, printer. And it was like, no, your book's about 100 to 110 pages, depending on the font you use. I'm like, well, that's right where I wanted to be. Thank you very much. So that's the update. Excuse me.
What size is the book?
Whatever this is.
Okay.
Be about 5 by 7. This is Stephen King. When he did The Green Mile, it came out in novellas. This one is it's less than 100 pages, so it'll be about this size, which I'm really looking forward to. Really, really looking forward to these. Finished it yesterday. I wrote the end.
Oh, no.
And I'm good. Now I've sent it off to the proofreaders. Pops is doing a proofread for me. He has that mutant ability to spot a typo from across the room. And so far, percentage-wise, I'm doing pretty good. He's been through quite a bit of it and only found 2 or 3 little things. And he was right, of course. They were just things that slide under your radar when you're writing.
Sure.
So I got that done. And I'm still reading, by the way, Slaughterville. This is a good story, Chris. I'm enjoying the read. I'm enjoying it. It's horrifying.
Well,
I should say it's horrific. It's not horrifying. I'm not literally curled up needing a safe space in my living room, although a little close. A little close. So what are you up to today?
just have the kids. Juliet has a friend over, so they're playing. They're doing whatever the girls do. I don't know what girls do.
Thank God.
Right? Yeah. Other than that, we're just hanging out here. Um, yeah, I ordered 10 copies of mine just to get some sample copies sent out.
Nice,
For the
nice.
reviews and all. But yeah, that was the same size I made. Mine was the pocketbook size, the 4 point something by 6 point something.
Yeah, I think this one's like just under 5x7.
Yep, that's the size of mine.
I have stuff stacked everywhere around me.
Mm-hmm.
No one can see the mess, but just know I'm confined to a very small work area here.
Yeah, I keep the camera close for a reason.
Believe me, if I'm showing you this instead of something else, it's out of necessity. Because why would I do this to anybody? So yeah, I'm also, Chris, I'm solving all of the world's problems, all of them. Any
Well,
problem you can think of, just throw it out there, and I will solve it. And my answers are guaranteed to be right 100% of the time. Chat has nothing for me yet.
well, I've always thought. Now, tell me I'm crazy. What if instead of just the wall at the southern border, what if we took all of those abandoned houses outside of Detroit, right? You build a wall around it, the whole thing, okay? And you allow homeless to come in. And right, you're helping the homeless problem, right? But you have the condition that one, they have to work, and two, the construction people have to hire them as trainees, clean up, whatever they need in order to help. This way, it's a constant um, giving them a skill as well as you get the money from the almost like the company store kind of a deal.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if there's an able-bodied person who, through
Mm-hmm.
some bizarre circumstance, finds themselves homeless, that's great. If they're homeless because of a mental health issue or because of addiction, then there's mandatory treatment.
Right.
Mandatory. You must, in order to receive benefits, get this treatment. Now, if you don't want it, then knock yourself out. Go be homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Like,
is harsh, but you can't force somebody into doing something they don't want to do against their will without legislation.
yeah, that's why this would be optional.
Yeah,
Here's an opportunity if you wish for it.
right.
And honest to God, I planned this out, send it into the government and everything, and they said this is all you need to do. And so there's going to be apartments, homes for families. Take part of the land if you want to have a farm kind of section, and give it to somebody who wants to do some farming. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, if you're living in one of those abandoned neighborhoods in Detroit or one of those other
They're not
cities,
doing anything with it.
the only requirements you have to maintain it and improve it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just like back in the day when they gave land grants out west, you have
Yep.
12 years to improve this property. Make a garden in the back,
Mm-hmm.
patch the roof,
Yep.
do whatever you got to do. Yeah, I'm with stuff like that. My fix for the southern border is pretty simple. One, you do build a wall because a wall is a wall 100% of the time that it's a wall. Let me repeat that. A wall is a wall 100% of the time that it's a wall. Okay, they work.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, illegal alien means illegal. It's a crime. So you either get turned back or you get incarcerated. People go, well, where are you going to put them? We have around 100 abandoned, shut down military bases across the United States that would make wonderful places to house illegal immigrants who then will await deportation, not amnesty claims.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you were filing amnesty, you'd come in at a legal port of entry and you would claim amnesty. You wouldn't just march your happy ass across the border. Simple as that. I mean, think about how many people the average military base can accommodate.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands at a time. Well, there's more illegal immigrants than there are bases. Well, yeah, that's true. So you better speed up deportation.
Well, what was hilarious is we had 10,000 immigrants come into New York. We can't handle this. I'm thinking that's Texas in a day.
Every damn day, yeah, in little towns in
Yeah.
Texas, yeah. Um, the hypocrisy is always astounding to me, but pointing it out, it really doesn't do anything
No.
until it happens to one of these leftoids. They don't get it, and then when it does happen to them, it's well, yeah, but well, okay, whatever. I'm all about let's just solve the problem. And
Have
illegal
you ever?
immigration, illegal immigration is one of the easier problems to solve. It's
Mhm.
just the optics of it. Oh, that looks inhumane. Well, sorry, it's again FAFO. Fuck around, find out. Break the law. There's a consequence. You're out of here, Scooter. You know, just walk in the front door of my house and say, "Hey, I'm gonna stay here now." No, you're not.
They want that to happen though, between the squatters' rights and they've been really pushing. And I don't know if you've seen these weird trends where you just walk into somebody's house and sit down on their couch.
Hmm.
Have you, honest to God, have you seen that?
I have. I have.
Do you know what would happen in a house like mine? The same that would.
I'm in the South, boo boo. You better get right with God before you walk through that
You're
door.
about to meet them
You're about to meet him in Minecraft. In
in
Minecraft.
my. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's there's that, and I have seen tons of the squatters videos. One
Yeah.
guy literally, as a squatter, sold the house he was living in and got to pocket the money. And this was like a $200,000 home, and this homeless bum. Fortunately, a lot of states are now making uh, legislation to do away with squatters' rights. There's no such thing. If a homeowner can be evicted for not paying their rent or paying their mortgage,
Right.
then a squatter has no more rights than that. You're out of here, and that's a good thing. I mean,
Hmm.
I've never been a squatter, so I don't really have a lot of empathy for it. not,
I
not
mean,
really feeling that one.
I have lived in my car. I've lived in places where you open up a cupboard door and you're covered in cockroaches. You know, I've done this, but I would never, in any of that time, have stolen somebody else's property. That's just not my way.
Been there, done that. We all go through hard times,
Yeah.
but stealing has just never been an option to me. Never. At any level. I'm starving to death. I'm not going to steal that Snickers bar that you're ignoring completely. It
Hmm.
ain't mine. I'm not touching it. Why?
Hmm.
FAFO. When I was a kid, I fucked around and I found out. A
Hmm.
parent loved me enough to swap me upside the head a few times.
Yeah.
Veterans. Here's my solution for the veterans healthcare thing. First of all, the VA in concept is a good idea. There should be a federal department to take care of honorably discharged veterans. Absolutely. But they're doing it wrong.
Right.
All right. The medical with these civilian contractors and their forever late appointments with fuck all that. Shut every bit of it down. Reopen every single closed military base's medical facilities. Staff it with medical officers and hospital corpsmen or medics from the other branches, and just let them military base. That's where you go to get
Hmm.
your treatment because you've earned it. You've earned it. All right. And if it's staffed by active duty medical personnel, you don't have to pay the contractor fees, that enormous
Hmm.
money. You're just paying the standard base pay for an officer or an enlisted man to do the job they're trained, qualified, and very good at doing. Simple.
Yeah.
Think of the money you would save.
Hmm.
One ND that's contracting for X amount of dollars per year on a contract is usually about worth four doctors that are on active duty. So you quadruple your efficiency.
Hmm.
Not hard, people. It's not hard.
No, and it can be done for both physical and mental health with this. It's just it
Absolutely, it can.
this way people don't have to sit there and go, I, I I have this thing wrong, whatever it is, and I just can't get in because I've heard that so many times. It takes a
Yes.
year and a half to get into to see these things.
Yeah,
and it never should be. They
and
didn't wait a year and a half to take your ass over for deployment and boot camp.
right, and it's also how far some veterans have to drive to get services. Like where I'm at
Mhm.
right now, there are four military bases closer to me than the closest VA that were closed down. I could drive to one of those military bases a hell of a lot quicker and go there and get my medical care. They don't have to reopen the whole base; just reopen the medical facility.
Yep.
Period. If it's one doctor and 5 hospital corpsmen and one nurse, you've got to listen. Paris Island, South Carolina. Every morning when you open the sick call door, there are hundreds of them lined up
Mhm.
in the dark. They all get seen, treated, and streeted before lunch. Hundreds. That's with 2 doctors, 4 PAs, and 6 corpsmen seeing them.
Mhm.
Think about how efficient that is. Just saying. Don't go kill them, Chris. Just don't kill
No,
them.
I just want to make sure nobody's at the back door. You all right? Yeah, the wife just got home. That's all.
Yeah, my dog won't even alert me when somebody comes to the door because I have the most I don't give a shit dog in the history of dogs. Just does not care. You know how you can pretend you're getting your spouse or
Mhm.
somebody and a dog will not this dog. Dog does not care one bit.
Mhm.
There's just no fucks given from this dog. You know, the upside of that is she's just incredibly laid back about everything, just happy, loving, uh, but absolutely a hazard to your health to be around because she's huge and she's going to jump on you like she weighs a
Mhm.
pound. And, I've got scars and bloody gaping wounds all over my legs and arms. And she's like, yeah, okay, you're painful. You're a calamity to just be around.
That would have been a good name.
Believe me, I thought about renaming her from Moxie to Calamity Jane.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. Now I'm curious
Right?
about a Tim Tams. They're
Oh
like
yeah.
little Debbie's. And one of my other Australian friends was telling me, you know how we have Funyuns
Mhm.
here? They have burger rings that taste like a cheeseburger. I must have these.
Really?
I must have these in my life. Yes. Pringles, you've got a flavor for everything else. Why are you dropping the ball on this?
Oh dear God, have you seen the Japanese Pringles of shrimp and soy sauce mix and all these? They just have the strangest flavors of
No,
everything.
I haven't seen them, but I'm not going to lie. Okay, when I walked down the chip aisle, and it used to be Pringles was just a little red can, that was it. Then for years there was the green can, which is sour cream and onion. Now there's just this endless rack of Pringles, and every flavor I go, ooh, I want to try that. I want to try that. You can't try them all. You can't. What's up, Doran? Good to see you. Shadowhawk has his coffee. Much better now. Good man. Good man. Yeah, I'm going to drop the link for you guys if you want to jump in here. It's an open show. It's just a relaxed conversation where I'm solving all of the world's problems. Feel free to jump in. Now, typically when I do these, Pops will say, why aren't you broadcasting on the network? Because I am going to say things that might bother some of the other channel runners that are on the
Mhm.
network. And I don't want to do that. Oh, my Lord have mercy.
Yeah, grilled squid, spicy crayfish, roasted chicken wing. Well, that one okay. I might try that.
Yeah,
Fried crab,
I would do the crab.
cucumber,
I would try cucumber.
and
What is,
Texas grilled barbecue. I'd be on that all day.
yeah, I'd jump it. I'd jump it.
Numb and spicy hot pot flavor. That doesn't sound anywhere near pleasant.
I would still try it though. I would try one. I would try one. Numb and spicy. I don't want to go numb.
Right? So yeah, I had to show you. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of,
Oh, 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 oh.
did you see it? Did I show you the picture?
No, this looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the mock-ups, but
I like it. I like it.
I'm
Yeah,
working on the
I've,
ebook.
I've done the mock-up for Scene of the Crime. Ow. one of them. I told you I'll do 2 or 3 to let you pick.
Mhm.
So the first one's done. And again, it's just a mock up. It's not the full dress. But I needed to ask you, since you're here, what's the orientation of the art? Is it long horizontal or vertical?
If you mean on the cards,
No, the box.
Oh, the box is going to be horizontal.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like a widescreen kind of deal.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. Grilled squid.
I know.
I've had calamari quite a few times. It's the onion rings of the ocean, but they're just too chewy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if I'm still chewing it after a minute, it's no longer food. It's some kind of aquatic bubble gum. No, thank you. I don't want it. The flavor's fine. It's just too chewy.
I never understood what Vegemite was.
I don't know either. I don't know
Is it
either.
like Nutella? Is it? I don't know.
I'm given to understand by Americans that have gone to Australia and tried it that it's a horror show.
Yeah, but
And
they love it.
some of them do. Some of them do. And they will tell us we're eating it wrong. You put a very thin amount on toast and have it with something.
Yeah.
You know, we're Americans. We get a spoonful. You know, it's just the way we roll here in the States. Mo is better. If a little bit is good, more is better. All right, Shadowhawk, I dropped the link. You got to get in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I've heard too, Grey Wolf. I'm still waiting on one of my Aussie friends to come in and defend it. I love all seafood except stone cherry clams. Worst thing I've ever tasted. I've never had those, but I'm with you. Like, if it comes out of the ocean, I'm pretty much good with it.
Hold on, dear.
Sure.
No. Well, I like you. I won't call you dear. Hold on.
Usually, I'll eat anything that comes out of the ocean. There's some weird stuff that some of the Asian countries do that I don't want to do. Hey, Shadowhawk, welcome.
Hail, Doc. Hail.
Hail, hail, hail.
Okay. Sorry, Chris. Couldn't read your name for a sec.
It's all right. I can't read either.
What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. Just ran some errands real quick and was getting ready for Rex X and Apex when I saw you were broadcasting, so I jumped on in.
Yeah, and I'm going to try not to stream over those guys because I'm courteous that way. What time are they starting?
They're starting in about 7 minutes.
Yeek!
Which is good because the wife just got home, so I'll have to get off soon.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to bail also. The everything is ready to go on the Damn Dirty Thing campaign except for the Porsche Vance trading card pinup thingy. I did one. I wasn't happy with it, so I'm redoing it today, and we're going to look at it this week and say, do we want to color it or leave it black and white? And then we're done. We're ready to go to print.
Wow.
Nice.
Finished the book yesterday, Shadowhawk.
I heard while I was running my errands, you said you recalculated and you're over 100 pages now. That's great.
Yes, and that's where I wanted to be, that sweet spot of a good little read, 2 trips to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice little short, tight story.
Yeah, that's when people say, I don't give 2 shits. Well, I want you to give 2 shits for this book. It's 2 shits worth. You sit down, make it halfway, leave it on the back of the toilet, come back, next shit. There you go. 2 shits worth.
There you go. I'm looking forward to the novelette as well as the comic because I love what you're doing with the whole noir thing. It's great.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And a lot of people seem to be excited about some noir, and a lot of people are coming out with some noirish stuff. I would like to go on record by saying that I know of, I was the first one to do it in this little sphere that we operate in.
I believe so. Yeah, I think you started a trend, Doc.
Yeah, and it's undeniably got appeal. We're not funded for a lot of money right now, but that's because my price point's low. We've got 47 backers on this thing,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah, it's not bad.
that's a pretty good number. I think Pariah only made it to maybe 58 backers.
Really? Okay, so it's not bad. Not too far behind.
Right. And we're going to do a push over on Anthony's channel one day here pretty soon.
All right. Well, we'll have to set up a day with Rex too, and just do a big, shill stream for you.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Renfield trilogy is historical horror. You know, or it was. See, there you go.
Oh,
What I Yeah, what I was going for here is literally those old movies you used to see uh, on a rainy Sunday afternoon on a UHF channel or after midnight when the networks have gone off, and those good old black and white movies. You know, the Maltese Falcon, Casablanca,
yeah.
The Big
Peter
Sleep.
Peter Lorre, what was it, Sidney Greenstreet,
Yes,
all those guys, man. So I love
yeah,
that.
yeah. And I saw one the other day that I had never seen before called Cover Up, and it was really, really good. And I'm like, why have I never seen this movie before? So it's there's a huge vein of this ore running through our culture, but not a lot of people know it's there, and it's so worth watching. Uh, but anyway, that the goal with the damn dirty thing was to kind of capture that feeling, that atmosphere, that storytelling style. Frank Miller did a good job with Sin City. It's just over the top with the gore and the blood and
Hmm.
all that stuff,
Yeah.
uh, which is not true of the original noir. So that was my goal. I wanted that grittiness of Sin City minus all the gore because it's not necessary in a good noir story. Um,
So what I really liked about Sin City though was the way Frank would frame things and just kind of. Sometimes you had to look at a panel for 3-4 minutes just to realize what
yeah,
you were seeing. You know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there was some of it that damn near reached abstract, but you could
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
out. But
Hmm.
on the whole, the storytelling was just bam, 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 bam. You know, it just
Oh yeah.
led you through that book, and it read faster than you wanted it to read. Like I was done with it, and I got to go back to the beginning and read this again.
Yep. Same here, man.
How Dear
All right.
says Vegemite is a yeast extract made from byproducts of brewing. It's a super salty, savory flavor. I like it.
Okay.
I listen. I'll try anything, almost anything once. I shouldn't say anything because I've seen some of the shit they cook in chili, and I'm not doing that.
Right.
You're not down for a little guinea pig, Doc?
No, and I'm not eating bull testicles either. That's just not going to happen. Let me hit some of these links here. Uh, Grey Wolf has his new trailer up. Let me
Awesome.
drop this link. I would play it, but my sound doesn't work. Uh, so I'm going to drop the link to it here. I will try to play it. Never say I didn't try. Here we go. We do this, present, share screen, and then we'll wrap up and get out of here so Rex Hex and Apex can have the floor.
Oh, okay, great. Grey Wolf is good. So is that available now, Grey Wolf? I'm assuming since it's Amazon, yes.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Look,
All right.
oh, I like this already.
Yeah. Chicago. My old stomping grounds, not no more.
Ah, ha, 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 ha.
Interesting. The Vampire Squad. Ah, nice. I like the look of it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, hello.
Should put the link in that description.
It's like I'm gonna have to head over to Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's looking good, man.
I like everything about that. I like everything about it. Gray Wolf, gotta have you on the show one day to do some shilling. When your campaign goes live, hit me up. We'll get you out and we'll push it. I love that. Yours is set a little bit earlier in the noir age than mine is. Mine's like 1946 ish, but I like all of it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here because Rex Hex and Apex. You want to drop the link to that channel, Shadowhawk?
Sorry, man, don't have it handy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I ended up getting a new phone a couple of months ago, and all my stash and links and everything got wiped out. And
Whose channel is it gonna be on?
I believe Hexes.
Okay. All right. Chris, the answer is no. Okay. Anyway, I'm losing control here. The plane is plunging toward the ground. Oh man. So I'm going to play this little thing and we're out of here, boys and girls. Chris, thanks for coming out, Shadowhawk. I'll see you over on Rex Hex and Apex.
All right. Hello. Have a great day.
Cheers.